Don't get me wrong, I don't like the heat. Cold I love, but rain, seriously? It's in the middle of summer and one day I'm wearing shorts and one day I have to run to the studio for the very simple reason, otherwise I will get soaking wet. Today it's a wet day. A day that even our interns come by car. And a one-on-one workshop today. Okay, one-on-one workshop today. So what is the idea of a one-on-one workshop? Now, normally I teach workshops on Fridays and Saturdays, and of course sometimes during the week or on location. And in all those workshops I try to focus on certain points. So we always start the workshop with a Q&A, and the attendees can ask whatever they want. And every question they ask, there's two options. One, I will immediately give them an answer, or I will actually incorporate it into the workshop. And that's really challenging because I never know what I'm going to do. And that's also what keeps me totally on the edge. Like, I never know what I'm going to do, so I always try to perform as best as possible, of course. On the one-on-one workshop, it's slightly different. There's not a group of attendees, there's only one student, of course. That's why it's called a one-on-one. Duh. And today there's an extra challenge because the photographer is actually bringing his own model. So I totally don't know what I'm going to do. And for me that's very exciting because as a photographer, you never actually know exactly what you're going to do. You can plan everything, you can take your strobes, you can take the stuff that you know, but when you go on a location, it's always different. Even in your own studio, if you have a client, you never know how that client is going to act or how that client is going to be. And as a photographer, I always say, like, photographers are social people. It's like a social job. And to be able to adjust very quickly is one of the most important things in photography. If you are not able to very quickly switch between what your client wants, what your vision is, and what the model wants, or how the area reacts to you, you're doomed. Because you have to be able to switch very quickly. So today, one-on-one workshop with a strange model, I want to say, but a model I don't know. Maybe she's strange. I hope so. I love edgy models. But you know what I mean, right? It's going to be challenging for both the attendee, the model, and me. So join us for today's episode of Behind Closed Doors. And if you're a regular follower of our vlog, you actually know that I only upload these episodes when there's something going on. And that actually means that the coming week, so not this week, the week after, we will have less episodes because that's just the week before we leave for Denmark and Sweden. I don't know if we're going to make Sweden, but at least we're going to do Denmark. Now, what can you expect in Denmark? You know, I love travel and street photography, and in Denmark we're actually, for the first time in 5 or 6 years, we're really going to take some time off. So we're just driving around, doing some photography tips and just relaxing. And those photography tips, that will be the vlog in Denmark. Meaning, you will see some of the scenery, some of our travels, a little bit of humor of course. And I try to do a vlog every 2 days. So that means that you get photography tips, you get some maybe Photoshop tips or whatever. We have everything with us, and I just love creating stuff for YouTube. So don't worry, you will get a lot of stuff out of it, and I'm really looking forward to the trip. And another good news, X-Rite actually committed to another year of Behind the Closed Doors. Yay! So that means that you guys are stuck with the vlog for at least another year. Probably longer, but at least another year. Isn't that awesome? First thing on the agenda is actually editing the website for our photography workshops. When you look at our agenda page, you actually also see which model is doing which workshop. Now, in the past we used a software package called Copper Hill, and the problem with Copper Hill is it's not being updated that much and it looks a little bit old-fashioned. So I actually now switched to Beyoncé from Adobe. That looks way better, and it's also like a social media network, so people can see your work and actually comment on it. So I like that way more. and that's actually where we now link all our models to from the website. Let me show you. So here we have our model page. So I'm going to add Melissa, so I'm actually going to do copy link address, and here is Melissa as a model on December 9th. I'm just going to add the link to that. It's as easy as that. Now when you go to the agenda, it's actually pretty easy to just follow the link and go to the model, and it opens it up in Beyoncé. So now the students actually know which model is going to do which workshop. And this looks way better than the old solution. Thing about workshops, New York. Yes, it was very successful last time, and that means that we're actually going to bring Nadine back to New York and to Photoshop World. Isn't that awesome? So next year, May or June, we're going to be in Orlando for Photoshop World with Nadine, and of course we're going to do a workshop right after in New York. We already have some info up, but the official page will be online before the weekend. So if you're interested, just drop me an email for the early bird. Gonna make you a special deal, and then probably in the weekend you can officially register for that workshop. That's gonna be awesome, I kid you not. Last time was absolutely amazing, and this time we have even better ideas, so it's gonna be great. Okay, so 2 weeks ago we actually started filming a brand new tutorial. It's going to be full length, it's already way over an hour, and it's all about the basic of lighting. So it's not going to be a basic tutorial, don't get me wrong. It's aimed at all levels of photography, but especially on guys that are just starting out. So we do white backgrounds, black backgrounds, what does a beauty disk, what is a reflector, what is a grid, how do you select the nice backdrops, what gear are you going to use, what is light fall off, butterfly lighting, Rembrandt, the list goes on and on and on. And I still have about half an hour left, so what I'm doing every time I have a little bit of time left is I'm actually editing some of the shots from that tutorial. Now they're not going to be really edited, because the shots I'm now actually doing are going to be the shots that are in between. So as soon as I press the shutter, you immediately see the shot that we actually took during the filming. So it's a little bit of selecting and, well, making sure that everything looks nice, because when I'm explaining sometimes the crop is a little bit off, so I have to make sure that everything looks the same. So that's what I'm doing now. We still have about 40 minutes left before the students arrive, and about 15 minutes before our makeup artist arrives, and that's a very special one today. And you're gonna see her in the next scene. Good morning.
Good morning.
Of course, probably you already recognized her, our makeup artist for today, the always amazing and great Krista.
Morning, everybody.
And we have another surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise, it's something that we got in the mail. And it's what we call in the Netherlands a boulder car. And we're actually going to use this one on location workshops and other workshops where we have to bring a lot of gear. We don't want to carry it around, so these kind of devices, cars, whatever, can be very, very useful. And you can make it really small. I think Anouk is already doing that.
Anouk is trying to make it very small, but
Anouk is trying
harder and harder.
Getting a lot of trouble in.
If I finish my coffee, I will help you.
Yeah.
In an hour.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There we go. You see, so it's really small and handy.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of fun using that one. And they retail for about 50 euros, so pretty cheap. And hey, we're Dutch. Okay, done with the photos. And I just hear the ding dong from the store. So that means actually that my student has arrived. So join us for the workshop. Okay, and that was today's workshop with Laurien and Bert. Do you want to see the images? Okay, here we go. Did awesome, right? And they were all shot with mostly one small flash, in this case the Photix Mitros. And of course the Lastolite Easy Box and the flashbender. For me, it's now home, editing the vlog for you guys and upload it. And the next behind the closed doors will actually be on Friday, because then we have an awesome workshop for Sony. Actually 2 in Studio 34 for the Sony Pro Tour in cooperation with Camera Nu. So, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. If you leave comments below, I will absolutely respond to that. Of course, smash that like button, we really like that. And of course, subscribe to our channel. Hey guys, see you again next time. Bye bye.